Welcome to Little Sedona podcast. My name is Deborah, and today we have our special guest, Emilea Rivera. She is a wonderful healer, chakra healer. Welcome, Emilea.
Thank you so much for having me. It's wonderful. I always love being here, being at these events. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Emilea, tell us a little bit more about you, about being a chakra healer.
Well, you know what? I think it really started when I was about 16 or so almost 30 years ago. And I just really started loving crystals, and I really started getting into crystals and what each of the crystals meant, and then that they all had colors, and they all had color associations, and I learned sort of from that the color associations associated with chakras, and then I started learning what chakras were and that they're energy centers, and I realized just really how important chakras are to keeping everyone balanced and aligned. And so then I started moving more into chakra work, and like everything I do is chakra oriented.
So many people hear about the word chakra and being alignment. Let us know a little bit what chakra is.
So your chakras are your energy centers in your body. I think a lot of people think there's only 7, and there are 7 main ones that we all know about. The root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. And there's a lot of debate about how many chakras there actually are. I'm of the belief that there's 108. I think that's actually a pretty founded number because it goes with like the Sri Yantra, and a lot of other things have said that. So that's why it's so important to stay in that balance and keep all your chakras in alignment, because you have so many, and there's so many little ones and there's so many big ones. Like I said, the 7 main big ones that we all know about. Because if you're out of alignment, if you're out of whack, that's kind of when you're feeling all those things of like, things just aren't working out, I'm feeling kind of stuck, I can't get that promotion, I can't, get this relationship off the ground. So that's why it's really important to keep your chakras in alignment, because that's when your synchronicities start happening in life, and that's when like life starts flowing, you're in your flow state, and everything sort of kind of unfolds for you. And so that's why I think it's really important.
And how you can help the person to align the chakras?
If you're going to work with me, what I do is I use the crystals and a pendulum. I run a pendulum either over your body, or I have like a distance healing mat, which I have here today.
Do you have the pendulum with you?
I don't have my pendulum with me.
Okay.
But I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine, because how the pendulum works. Explain us a little bit how it works while you're doing the chakras.
So actually, I always have a pendulum on me now that I think about it. Excuse me. This is my necklace, and it's a Dambarite necklace. And I feel like any necklace can become a pendulum. So what I first do is I look at it and I say, okay, just show me yes. And you'll see right away it's swinging east-west. I can also tell direction from this, because it's always east-west for yes and north-south for no. And then show me no. And see right away it changes. So what I do is I run it over a body, like I would run it over your body, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Really quick. So I just say real quick, just show me, are Deborah's chakras open? How about her root? And that's, yep. And then sacral. And so it keeps doing all the yes. And so I run it all the way up the body.
Okay.
And when it goes no, that's where I can see there's a little bit of a blockage. So then that's when I go and use the crystals. I put on frequencies. I close my eyes and I do a meditation. And I use this tool, which is my Satya Loka clear quartz crystal, which is one of my master healers.
Yes.
Thank you. And this really helps me receive a message of not only that now that I know it's blocked, but it helps me get the message of how it's blocked, why it's blocked, and what we need to do to open that back up so that they can go back into alignment.
Oh, that is so beautiful. You also mentioned to me before we start this interview, we were talking a little bit.
Yeah.
And you mentioned you do retreat. Right?
Yes, I do. So I'm also facilitating retreats now. I have one in Bali next week, which I'm really excited about. And that's what I do there. I'm going to go and do tarot readings for people. I'm going to do chakra alignments for the group. I do crystal gritting. We're going to have a really beautiful releasing ceremony that I'm super excited about.
Oh, yes.
And then also I do transformative programs as well that are 7-week long programs for anybody really, really needing to deep dive into their anxiety and their fears, and I help them transform that into confidence so that they can move forward with alignment. And of course, those programs all incorporate chakra alignments because, again, that's just so important.
Oh yes, the chakras, you know, those points, once you feel that alignment, you feel everything is working.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
This is what people call it balance?
Yes, that is exactly what balance is. It's when everything is just in alignment and it's all working together because they're energy systems. And so when one shuts down, the other ones start to shut down. And that's why it's really important to keep those balanced so that your energy systems are working at full speed. It's like, you know, your body, just your physical body. You need, you know, if a organ starts to shut down, then the other one starts shutting down, and one after another. So
it's okay with you if I ask the audience if they can have some questions for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. Somebody have a question for Emilea?
Do you use specific crystals for different chakras?
I do, yes, definitely, and they're usually more color oriented, but I have a whole big collection of crystals, and so when the client comes in, I choose the crystal based on what the client needs. So I don't always use the exact same crystals for every single client because every client's different, everyone's individualized. So, you know, I know like amethyst is really associated with the crown chakra, but I don't always use amethyst. Sometimes I use lepidolite, which is also a purple stone. You know, sometimes actually for crown chakra, sometimes I'll even use a clear quartz or a scolecite. It just depends on the client, and I kind of get a read on what the client needs. But I do pick crystals based around the color because the color of the crystal is associated with the color of the chakra, and that's a certain frequency that needs to be held and looked at to help bring open those blockages. Thank you.
Somebody else? All right. Well, Emilea, let us know how the others can get in touch to you, how they can find you.
Well, I'm on Instagram at The Intuitive Healing Sanctuary. You can find me on my website, intuitivehealingsanctuary.com, and you can email me at theintuitivehealingsanctuary@gmail.com.
And you also can find her in Little Sedona Expo. We coming with the expo. She's traveling with us as well. And she have opening a slot for the audience if you would like to have a session with Emilea. Emilea, thank you so much for coming, and we appreciate this interview.
Thank you, Deborah. It was wonderful.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.